Hello, everyone, and welcome to the episode of Drama Chats. I'm Simona.
And Katie.
And this afternoon, Katie and I are going to be talking about the 2025 Korean animated feature film Lost in Starlight. And it stars the voice talents of Hong Kyung and Kim Tae-ri. And it's directed by Han Ji-won. And Lost in Starlight is the first Korean animated feature to be streamed on the Netflix platform. So it's essentially the story of a young woman named Na-young who's a scientist involved in a space program, and they're looking to sort of explore the planet Mars a bit more. And if I also understood it correctly, I think they want to see if Mars can sustain life. So there was a
That's the read I got on that as well.
So there was a previous mission which involved her mom and a few other scientists. They had established a base on Mars, but unfortunately there was some kind of cataclysmic event, and the base was sort of like, it caved in, it was swallowed, like, not swallow is the best word, but it sort of caved
imploded.
in. Yeah, and her mom and the other scientists lost their lives.
Isn't that always, though, how this stuff goes when it has to deal with space?
Yeah, so space kind of scares me. And then the other character is a young man named Jay, who is a musician, but he also works in a repair shop. And he and Na-young meet, and it's basically how their lives proceed from that moment on. And the idea that they were destined to meet, or at least that's how I see it, like that they were destined to be together.
Fate definitely had had a hand in bringing these two people together.
And how they essentially help one another. So Na-young dealing with the trauma of losing her mother at a young age, and also essentially losing her father, because her father never recovered from the passing of her mother, and he's sort of he's, I think, still kind of stuck in a past moment. He believes that he can still contact the mother, so she's had to sort of grow on her own, but she's an established scientist. And in spite of her fears and her trauma, she is looking forward to be chosen, and she eventually is chosen to go to Mars.
Yes.
Jay, as I said, is a talented musician, but he had a falling out with his band due to creative differences, and also he has a phobia about sort of singing live. So he does sing, he has recordings of his song, but he doesn't sing live.
He's got a very bad case of stage fright.
Yeah.
When it comes to singing. Playing, on the other hand, he has no issue.
Yeah, but eventually in the end, they both sort of face whatever is causing them to be fearful, and they overcome it, at least for the time being. There's no indication of what the future will be like, but they do overcome it. They have a very supportive relationship.
Oh, yeah.
And it's overall, it's a beautiful film with a beautiful message.
Yes.
I not that the character animation is bad, but I really enjoyed the visuals.
Yeah.
So this takes place in 2050 Seoul, Korea. Mm-hmm. It's about 25, 30 years in the future. And I liked a lot of the times when you see futuristic worlds, not counting dystopias, because that's kind of the point, it just comes across as like, that's not a world I'd want to be in. Like, it's very bleak. And I found an article, The Hollywood Reporter, which was, it was written on June of this month. And basically the question is that Lost in Starlight is set in a futuristic version of Seoul, and there are so many imaginative visual details throughout the film's world. How did you approach depicting Seoul in 2050? And the interviewer says, it felt to me like a clean, fresh version of Blade Runner. So the creator said that's exactly a quite accurate way to describe it, a clean version of Blade Runner. I set it against a realistic backdrop as well. In Korea, there's an area of Seoul called Uljiro, which is popular right now with both tourists and artists. It's workshops, metal shops, garages, very gritty, but now a lot of indie artists do performances and collaborative projects there. Jay, who's the character in the film, in the animation, works around there. There's also Say-One Arcade, where his record shop is based. That's a real location in Seoul, too. So I started with those realistic backdrops and added imagination to create this future landscape. And another thing that she mentioned was she wanted an optimistic view of the future where nature, we found a balance with nature, so nature hasn't become overrun, which I noticed. There are a lot of beautiful trees. There's a lot of beautiful garden scenes in this movie. And it struck me immediately. It's like, wow, this is a beautiful, futuristic city.
Yeah.
And she really wanted to have a more hopeful, bright version of the future.
I really enjoyed this movie. I really loved the animation. I thought the backdrops were beautifully animated. And I also noticed too that though this is set like in the future, and how clean it was, and how like it gave off the sense of optimism, as you said, and I really appreciate that, because more often than not, you get these futuristic, like this sci-fi movies that are based on Earth, and it's very bleak, it's very gritty, there's like no hope for our future, and at times that can be exciting depending upon what you're depicting, or what or what book it's like what's depicting, but after a while it can get really like depressing, and after a while I don't like it anymore, because why is it that we're always depicting a rather bleak and either dystopian or not dystopian future, when our future could be very hopeful? And I really appreciate the artist.
Yeah. And I believe that there is hope, because there's already, like, whether it's this country or other countries that are making steps, like the Green Initiative, a lot of cities, I don't know if it's called cityscaping, where like putting gardens on rooftops.
Yeah, that's been going on for a while, and I think it is called cityscaping. Yeah,
and I know Ireland, there's an initiative because they used to have a lot of forests. And then with, I'm not sure exactly what point in their history, but a lot of their forests were essentially destroyed.
So it was all cut down by the English because of their natural resources.
Yeah, a lot of their native plants sort of died out. So now there's an initiative, and they've been slowly reintroducing native Irish trees, plants, and they're building up their forests, which I like. So there's already these hopeful initiatives.
Yes.
There's already a lot of people, and this has been going on for years, replanting trees, reforesting areas. So I think there is hope.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice to show that there's a future where technology and nature coincide, one not overrunning the other.
Yeah.
I loved the idea of when you're talking with someone, the projection of the person.
Oh, the hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't see it as being something that's not attainable when you think about the VR systems that we have, where you can sort of be in like Pompeii and it's so real that you think you're there. So I kind of see that would be I was just thinking, couldn't you imagine that's so awesome, where you're talking with the person, and in the film they're interacting with the holograms of the other person. The hologram is also somewhat able to sort of manipulate. I thought that was a really cool idea. I also loved how writing is not really a thing anymore in their world. And when he hands her the pen, you see how she's sloppy with her characters, which I thought was a nice detail.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that obviously she's literate,
but if you
no one really writes.
Right. If you typed your entire life instead of actually using a pen to write on paper, you would be clumsy with it.
Yeah, and I like it because when he hands it to her, and at first I didn't realize what he was giving her.
Yeah.
I was like, why is she acting like it's weird? And then I realized, oh, he's given her a notepad.
Yeah.
And it's a pen.
Yeah.
And he says, oh, you click the top. And it's so cute. She was like, oh, your people still use this? And I like how she's talking to her friend, how, oh, it's very old-fashioned. But yet she has, like, the turntable, right? Like the turntable that her parents gifted her.
It's a record player.
Yeah, and I like it, and she still has LPs.
Yeah,
which is funny, you know. But I like how that's how she meets Jay, because she's trying to get her record player repaired.
Yeah,
but they talk about, oh, those are very old parts. I don't know if they're around anymore, and she bumps into Jay, and that's their first meeting.
It's great.
And what I love too is I started watching in English, but that's like, no, I'm going back to Korean. Yeah. So like I watched it in Korean. And I like how he's trying to get her to speak to him informally, which is a really big thing in Korea. You don't just speak informally, especially to someone you just met. But he's like, oh, we've seen each other 2 times already. Like, can't you just call me Jay and not call me sir and drop the honor? She's like, no, we have to meet a 3rd time. And then the cute scene, which is such a classic in K-dramas.
Yeah.
The heroine, of course, never has the umbrella. So the guy comes, he goes, okay, this counts as our 3rd meeting. So now you can call me Jay or whatever. Like, there were a lot of these cute moments, like cute attention to detail.
Yeah.
I love when he taps his watch and the galaxy is projected on, like, when he's on the rooftop, I think he is. Like, I thought that was beautifully animated. I loved that. It was so pretty. Overall, a very visually stunning film. With regards to the soundtrack, I liked most of the instrumental, not too much the songs, and I think it probably would have been better if they were sung in Korean.
Right.
Because when I was listening to the lyrics, you could tell it was written by someone who's not fluent.
Yeah.
Because the lyrics made no sense, and I was like, okay.
I do agree with that. I do agree with you on that
I
one.
love the instrumentals.
The instrumentals are beautiful.
Yeah. The one Korean language song that I loved is Heart to Heart. And the artist, I don't know if it's Saifika Sifik. I'm not sure how you're supposed to say the name.
Yeah.
But I liked that one, Heart to Heart. But instrumentals, I love the instrumentals. But in terms of like songs with lyric, that was one that I really liked. I was replaying it today.
Yeah.
Overall, just a really beautifully animated, beautiful story. Truly a story of hope.
Yeah. I mean, this is a movie that I would definitely watch again.
Yeah.
I would watch it on repeat.
Yeah, and also I like because when
in Korean, not dubbed.
The English wasn't bad, but what I thought was like to be more authentic, I wanted to hear it in Korean, and also the actors who voice the characters. So it's Kim Tae-ri, and she's such a talented actress. So one of the more popular dramas that she was in is 25-21. And then Hung Kyung is also a very talented actor, and he's in the Netflix series We Class Hero, which recently got a 2nd season.
Yeah.
His character's a little despicable in that drama, but that was...
Well, can't always play good guys.
But We Class Hero, if I ever did another because I know I didn't do a recommendation last time, is a drama I would definitely recommend. It's a really good drama, and he's done other things, but I think that might probably be the more popular one. Yeah. So they're both extremely talented actors, and they did very well with the voice acting.
Yeah.
As
so
well.
It's worthwhile if you don't mind reading subtitles.
Yeah, and like
it's very
I said,
much worthwhile.
I don't know how the English language cast. Like I didn't watch. I'm sure because I'm so used to dubbing. When I was a child, how no one cared about how films were dubbed. They were atrocious.
Yeah.
That's changed.
It's
immensely,
changed significantly.
So,
although I still, if anything's like live action, I'll still watch it in either Japanese or Korean.
No, for sure. The dubbing throws me off a lot. You know, so like I forgot what film it was, where I was like, this shouldn't be in English, and then I was like, and then I changed it.
Why? Yeah.
So and I did like in the end when Na Young, because she's given the go to go to Mars. She's approved, and she finds the original base. I'm gonna call it. It's probably called something else.
I think a base is a good word for it.
And the flowers are blossoming because she has a cute. Did that robot that she has, which is adorable. If they ever got robots like that, it was reminding me not CP3 CP3O CPO. Sorry, the
C3PO.
Thank you. Don't give me that judgmental side eye.
Oh, I'm gonna give you the bombastic side eye.
But what's the droid?
R2D2.
No, the other one with
the wheel.
Kylo and
BB-8.
Thank you. Yeah,
BB-8.
It was reminding me of that.
Of BB-8.
Yeah. A similar kind of like I don't know, like the way it looked. Yeah. It was just really cute because that's the robot. It's sort of programmed to find organic life.
Yeah, they're not robots. They're droids. There's a difference.
Okay, so pardon me. So the little droid
that
she has in the film is programmed to detect organic matter.
Yeah.
So that's basically he assists her. I mean, the ending almost terrified me.
Yeah.
Because she's literally descending into this crater.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I mean, I if they would have killed her, I would have been shocked.
I would have died.
But I kind of felt I thought that's where they were going to go.
Well, you're not wrong in that, because I was like, you better not kill this character. You better not kill this character.
Because, like, it's so nerve-wracking. But eventually she descends, she finds the base, and the flowers are growing. So basically the flowers that her mom, or she still has in her little terrarium, have blossomed.
Yeah.
Proving that life can grow.
Yeah.
Because essentially they want to explore the planets. I don't know if, like, I'm going to use the term terraforming. Is that an actual term?
Terraforming, yeah, it is.
I don't know if that's what their goal is, but the fact that the flowers are blossoming proves that life can exist.
I don't know that that's their goal with Mars. I think they were just trying to see if something could grow in Mars.
Yeah.
And that just reminds me of the movie with Matt Damon called Martian, because he grows potatoes to survive.
Oh, he does.
On Mars. He does, yes.
Potatoes. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. Whenever I say it was like potatoes. Samwise Gamgee reference. So that proves that life can grow. I also love how Jay uses her father's antenna.
Yeah.
And that's how they're able to communicate, and he realizes she's alive because he thinks that she's died, and it's that heartbreaking moment where he's like running in the rain, terrified that he's lost her.
Oh, I know.
And eventually they communicate, and at first I thought, I was like, please don't let it be where he's gonna miss out because he's passed out asleep, and I was like, don't do this to me.
Yeah.
Because it's such like a K-drama where it's like, no. So like they communicate, and like he realizes, oh my God, you're alive, you're fine, and it's such a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely filled with beautiful, heartbreaking moments. There's
not heartbreaking.
Not heartbreaking, but what's the word I'm looking for? It moves you. You will be
get
moved.
hit with all the feels.
Yes, you will be moved. Unless you have a heart of stone, you will be moved by this film, and even like the little moments of their relationship.
I love those moments.
Yeah, so there's a lot of nice slice of life, and then there's high like stakes moments in it.
I like that they do that, because then you have an emotional attachment to these characters, and you want them to succeed, and all of like, so like the with like it all feels. Like, by the end of the movie, you feel like they've earned the feeling that we're supposed to feel with their relationship.
And the director also said, especially with the character of Na-young, because she's a very successful, career-driven woman, inquisitive, highly intelligent. And one of the interviewers saying, like, is there concern? Because almost like, compared to her, Jay almost seems like, not blah is not the right word, but she was basically, the contrast between the two wasn't meant to be like woman on top. Man. She says like they both complement one another. They both help one another. They both support one another.
Yes.
And Jay's accomplishments are no less than what Na-young accomplishes. And I do like that he's supported, because at first I thought the conflict was going to be that, like, why do you want to be so career driven? But it's not that. His biggest thing, which is one of the things you find out, is that when you see the mom's final recording for her, that Na-young saw her mother essentially die.
Yeah.
Like, the recording goes on and it captures the moment of the tragedy.
Yeah.
So when Jay sees that, it hits him, that could happen to the woman I love. So that's like the initial conflict. But thankfully it doesn't last long. You know,
I hate the drawn out stuff. It's
that's not the case with this movie, which is where I thought it was going to go,
which I was very happy about.
Yeah, so I was happy it did not go in that direction where it's like just angst all the way, and then so I was very happy. But if you saw that, like, it's understandable, you know, the months of separation. But I like how you see how they're both still living their lives, her life on the space station, how they communicate with one another, and how he's tracking with the little magnet on the refrigerator, like, oh, she's getting close to Mars. It's just a lot of cute moments, a lot of cute details. Within the film, and I just love how nature is still a part of everything.
But what I really appreciate and what I really love about this movie is the attention to the small details. Because I feel like a lot of that in movies now or at least I don't see it or I don't pick up on it, is that a lot of the little details are put to the wayside, and
Yeah.
we're supposed to feel a certain way about characters that it's not been earned.
Yeah. Yeah. So, any like final thoughts before we give our rating?
I really enjoyed this movie. I really, like I said, I'll watch this on repeat. It's such a heartwarming. You were looking for heartwarming.
Heartwarming, yeah.
It's
That's
such
the
a
word.
heartwarming and hopeful outlook on the future and on life in general. It's a fun time.
So, do we want to rate it out of spaceships, little droids,
Stars
stars? Okay,
or moons, stars and moons.
stars and moons. So you can go first.
Oh, I'll give this a 5 out of 5 stars and moons because it's the animation, for the animation alone, and the layout of the backdrops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I would same thing. 5 out of 5. It's a
Yeah.
gorgeous film, and it is on Netflix, as I said earlier, and it's definitely worth the watch. It's such an amazing accomplishment because with
Yeah.
a lot of films are animated by Korean animators, even
Yeah.
like Japanese like the animators are Korean a lot of
Yeah.
the times, and in this case it's front and center. They're the animators of the voice. It's a wonderful accomplishment.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
it's definitely earned. It's a gorgeous animated film, which we both highly like.
Yeah.
Give it a watch. And
Let
let
us
us
know
know
what
what
you
you
think.
think. Yeah, because it's let us know what you think. It's such a beautiful film. It is
Yeah.
it is so worth the watch. So yeah, and if I had to do a drama recommendation, so it was Weak Class Heroes, which is I just want to warn you, it deals with bullying and it also deals with I would argue depression and also academic pressure, the pressure to succeed.
Yeah.
But it is worth the watch. And another one which just came on Netflix is Dear Hongrang, which is a historical mystery, I would even argue thriller, but so worth the watch. And they're both on Netflix.
Okay.
Did you have any recommend?
I don't have any recommendations.
Okay, so those would be my 2 drama recommendations. Worth the watch. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Like, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.